live. Okay. Hi, good morning, Bulldogs. Welcome to the year 2020. Today is January 6th, and it is an A day today. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. A couple of announcements, regular announcements. Your lunch today is a cheeseburger, oven fried chicken with a roll, sweet potato souffle, green beans, and applesauce cup. Tomorrow's breakfast will be a warm cinnamon bar. Yum. All right, 8th graders, listen up. So if you're interested in early college, there are several dates you need to be aware of. I did send this in the SMORE that I sent you last week, but early college open house dates are the ASIC, which is up at North, is Monday, today from 5 to 7 p.m. Crossroads is tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And CCTL has two. They have one on Thursday, January 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. and then one on Saturday, January 11th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you are interested in learning more about these opportunities, please make note of those dates. Also, students, if you have been absent and you have absentee notes, please make sure to get those into Miss Bowman. All right, so I wanted to touch base with everybody and remind everybody about the expectations that we have at Statesville Middle School, and that's what we're going to do for the next few minutes is get back into the groove of things. I'm so glad everybody is back. I'm excited to see everybody in the halls, but just need to give a reminder, it's a new year, new opportunity to kind of restart and make some good choices. So at this time, I have a video that I would like for you to watch.
I'm stressed about my students. I'm so stressed that the only thing I can think to do is to take my thoughts and write them down tonight and vow to myself that tomorrow I'm going to tell students the truth, the real truth I've been needing to say. First, you need to know that I care about you. And I care about you more than your grades and your test scores, more than your GPAs and your SATs, more than the state-required benchmark minimum that tells me how much I'm supposed to care. And because I care, I need to be honest with you. You see, academic learning is not the main event of school. It never has been, and it probably never will be. Yes, algebra, essay writing, the judicial process, Spanish, all are important. All can change your life. They are events, but they are not the main event. The main event of school is dealing with the harshness of life, learning how to deal with adversity, learning how to deal with harshness as simple as a forgotten locker combination, to obnoxious peers, to gossip, to being doubted by others, to doubting yourself, and still through all of it, pushing to be the best version of yourself no matter what. It is your resilience and conquering the main event, adversity, that truly prepares you for life after school. Because mark my words, school is not the last time you will face great difficulty. Yes, you will have moments more beautiful than you can imagine, but you will also confront tragedy, frustration, fear, and doubt in the years to come. What you write is not the main event. The fact that you choose to take charge of your own doubt, your own weakness, your own boredom in order to write when you get challenged, that is the main event. Some of you quit by skipping class on a free education, a privilege that was paid for, bled for, died for by millions of people who came before you. What you need to see is that every time you take the easy way out, you are building a habit of quitting, and it will destroy your future and annihilate your happiness if you let it. So do yourself a favor. courage up. No more excuses, no more justifications, no blaming, no quitting. Lift your head up, rip the cords out of your ears, grab the frickin' pencil, and let's do this. As long as you're in my life, I'm not gonna let quitting be easy for you, because you are worth it.
So students, the main takeaway from that is that we need you to show up for the main event. We know that things go on at home, in your peer life, in your social group, and we know that middle school is hard. Middle school has been easy for very few people ever in our lives. All of your teachers, every adult here at Statesville Middle School has gone through the middle school years, and we just want you to know that you are you're worth it. So we need you to show up for the main event, and so that we can be productive. So we need to know, what will you choose when you face adversity, challenges, and difficult situations? What will you choose? Will you show up for the main event? When you are faced with a choice to do the right thing, will you choose to do the right thing? And when you want to make a change, a personal change, educational change, a social change, what will you choose? I can remember when I was in middle school, it seemed like the end of each quarter, I would tell myself, all right, I'm going to do better next quarter. So let's start thinking about what that better might look like for you, because you're the only one that's going to end up with your education. With that said, I'd like to go into just a little review of what our BARC matrix is. At this point, we all know that BARC stands for what? Bulldogs are accountable, respectful, and kind. And we're going to review the BARC matrix for each area of the school. So when you're in the classroom, being accountable is making good decisions for yourself in the classroom. And that means listening to your teacher, staying focused, not being a distraction, completing your work, and turning your work in on time. And I can almost guarantee that if you do those things, you'll have the best grades you've ever had. And that means completing assigned work as well. Being respectful is using appropriate language and volume at the appropriate time. Sometimes it's okay to talk. When you're doing a group activity and you're supposed to talk, then that's okay. But if your teacher is instructing and giving you instruction, then that is not the time to talk. Follow directions of staff. Notice that it doesn't just say your teacher, it says staff. If any adult in this building asks you to do something, the respectful thing to do is to follow directions. You should also respect personal space and property. If it's not your MacBook, if it's not your notebook, your book bag, then you need to keep your hands off. Only should you have your own materials in your hands. And then listen to others. When somebody else is giving an answer or presenting a project, it's polite to listen to others respectfully. And that means not making fun of or giggling or doing anything that you wouldn't want done to you. And then being kind in the classroom is treating others the way you would like to be treated. That's the golden rule. And then, of course, leave it cleaner than you find it. So let's help the custodians out. There are about 400 people who work and learn in this building, and we only have 3 custodians. So let's help them out by cleaning up your area, picking up any trash, even if it's not yours. It's okay to pick up trash if it's not yours. That's something kind. And then, of course, you need permission and a hall pass to leave the classroom for any reason. So remember, if you get called to the office, your teacher should sign your agenda book for you to be able to come to the office. If you need to go to the restroom or if you need to go anywhere outside the classroom, you should have an agenda book in your hands before you walk through the doorway. All right, so moving on to the hallway. So being accountable in the hallway is making good decisions for yourself, of course. So when you're in the hallway, running, horseplay is never a good thing to do in the hallway or at school at all. So we should always be walking and on the right side of the hall and making room for others. And if somebody bumps into you accidentally, don't take it personal. Just keep going. Be in the hall only at the designated time or with your hall pass. So if you're during class change, that's the time to be in the hall. And if you leave a classroom, then you should have a hall pass. But just lingering in the hall, playing in the hall, while on your way to a destination, let's be accountable for our actions. And then walk on the right side of the hall just to keep traffic moving in an orderly fashion and a safe way. Being respectful is using appropriate language and volume. We don't need to yell across the hall or say whatever we want to say in the hall. Let's keep it respectful. Follow directions of staff again. Respect personal space and property. And then when classes are in session and you're on a hall where there are classes in session, then the hallway should be a quiet place so that classes can stay focused. And then being kind in the hall is treating others the way you would like to be treated. So don't, be rowdy, don't run, let's be calm and walk in the hall. And then of course, leave it cleaner than you find it. If you see a piece of trash, go ahead and pick it up. It's okay. I do it just about every day. So just let's keep our hallway clean. And then of course, report directly to your class. There's nowhere in this building that we cannot get to within a 2-minute period. So there's no reason for folks to be tardy. Moving on to the cafeteria. In the cafeteria, being accountable is making good decisions for yourself. So throwing food would not be a good decision. So let's make sure that we're using the cafeteria for the purpose it was intended, which is to eat. And that is the only place we need to eat, so that we keep little critters on the outside of the school. Stay in your assigned lunch table, so that your teacher can be accountable for where you are. So no up and wandering, and if you need to use the restroom, ask your teacher and let them know. And only touch and eat the food on your tray or your lunch bag. Please do not take food off of other people's trays. That is not respectful. And then take only the condiments or napkins or fork or spoon or cup that you will use. Don't take a whole bunch. Being respectful is, again, using appropriate language and volume, following directions of the cafeteria staff and teachers, and being respectful of other people's personal space and property. And again, being kind is treating others the way you want to be treated, leaving it cleaner than you find it so that the next people who sit at your table don't have to clean up after you. And then stay at your table until it is time to leave. There's no need for you to get up and throw away your tray when you're done. Just wait until everybody is leaving. And then finally, in the restroom, make good decisions. Use the restroom for its designated purpose, which is not to socialize. That's gross. It's not for selfies or anything else like that. So use the restroom and hurry back to class. Make sure that you flush the toilet after you use it, and let's keep the bathroom clean as well. Being respectful is appropriate language and volume. Follow directions. If staff ask you to come out of the restroom, then that's what you do. And respect the personal space and property of other students while in the restroom. You should not touch other people in the restroom. That's not sanitary. And being kind, treating others the way you want to be treated, and of course, leave it cleaner than you find it. All right, so moving on to the dress code, we've got just a couple of reminders about dress code. It is getting colder, so probably more clothes will go on. Just want to make sure, students, that we reiterate, when you have jeans and you're wearing jeans that have rips in them, you should have leggings underneath your rips. This is the season now anyway where it's going to be warmer if you wear leggings under your jeans or shorts. for the fellas under your jeans to cover up the holes. So let's keep that in mind. Also, under hats, any headwear, there should be no hats, scarves, bandanas, do-rags, toboggans worn in the building. So all of that needs to come off once you come into the building. You should have no sweatbands on your head or your wrists, and your hoods from your hoodie should be removed from your head while you are in the building. Ladies want to make sure that our shirts are covering everything that they need to cover on top and your midriff. Some shirts nowadays are made shorter than your waistline, so if you wear a shirt that is shorter than your waistline, make sure that you have a tank top or a camisole underneath to cover your midriff. Also, pants and short skirts should not have rips, tears, or holes above the knee. Shorts and skirts should be about your knee length or a couple inches above your knee. We do not have the fingertip rule, it is knee rule. Fellas, make sure that we are wearing pants at your waist level. Nobody wants to see all that, so let's cover it up, regardless of if it's shorts or anything else. Pull your pants up. We have zip ties in the office if you need them. No pajamas or pajama pants, and I have to say, I've got to compliment everybody on our pajama day, on our last day. I was pleasantly surprised. That was the first time I'd ever allowed a pajama day, and you impressed me, so maybe we'll have more if you earn them. So thank you for dressing appropriately on pajama day. I appreciate that. And on to shoes. Our main rule for safety with shoes is that you have to have a heel strap. So flip-flops are not allowed, slides are not allowed. Shower shoes, spa shoes, house shoes are not allowed, okay? Your shoes should have a hard sole for safety reasons and should have a strap on the back of your heel for safety reasons. And I know Crocs make a strap, but it's not enough just to have Crocs that have a strap. You need to have the strap around your heel. That's the key. All right, so with all of that said, we've reviewed the expectations of our BARC matrix. We've reviewed the dress code, and I just want to make sure, students, that you get caught doing the right thing with the right people in the right place and at the right time. That's all we ask for you to do. Those 4 things, and school will be a whole lot less stressful for you and us. So if you get caught doing the right thing and being in the right place with the right people at the right time, I don't know if you remember or not, but we do have house points. And I just want to review lastly how you can earn house points. So you can earn house points for school spirit, for outstanding performance, for academic excellence, good character, and effort. So outstanding performance or school spirit can be anything where you're uplifting Statesville Middle School in a positive way, giving us a positive name. Because we know that especially in today's social media world, everybody loves the negative and they'll feed off the negative. But let's start putting the positive out there. We have so much good going on at Statesville Middle School. Let's get that out there instead of the negative. Outstanding performance. Our band and chorus students did an outstanding, and Mr. Strother, outstanding performance last on the 18th during our Gear Up Art and Arts Parent Night. It was such a wonderful show. I really enjoyed that show thoroughly. I told Mr. Strother that was our best concert that we've had since I've been here at Statesville Middle School. Academic excellence, we will be honoring honor roll next Friday. So academic excellence, honor roll students get points. And if you have good character, if you are kind, you cooperate, all of those character traits that we're teaching you, when you display those, you can earn house points. And then for effort, sometimes we may not be the best at something, but if we give it our best effort, that could be worth house points. So sometimes teachers give house points electronically on their phone, but they can give you tickets as well. And any tickets that you earn can be put into your house bucket on PBIS drawing days. Be sure that your first and last name are on the ticket and your teacher has signed the back of your ticket. I check each container for those two things. If it does not have a teacher's name and if it does not have your first and last name, that point is not given to the house. So make sure that those two things are on each ticket. So as you see, should be displayed is current house points. As of today, Amistad is still in the lead. However, we're gaining on them, y'all. Amistad has 1,620 points. Revere, look at Revere coming back from behind. Revere has 1,585 points. That's only 35 points away from catching Amistad. Good job, Revere, for catching up. Isabindi, come on, y'all. We're at 1526. We're 94 points away from the lead. We can do it. Those things I just described, I know we've got it in us. And Alturismo, 1,509 points. It's really close, y'all. So keep up your good effort, your good grades, doing the right thing in the right place at the right time with the right people, and it can show. And you can earn your house points, but you will also earn better grades, better conduct, better relationships with your teachers and your peers. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you be good people. And so let's work together to make that happen. I'm so glad everybody is back in school. I don't know about y'all, but I could not sleep last night. I was up until, 12, and then I got up at 4:45 this morning. My alarm clock doesn't go off till 5:30, so I was up early this morning. I'm so glad to have everybody back in our school. I'm so glad that it's a new quarter, it's a new week, it's a new semester, it's a new year, and it's a new decade. So let's make this one the best one ever. 2020 is going to be a great year, and it's going to take all of us to make sure that it is a great year. And I look forward to it just being an awesome year. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. We will continue today's schedule starting at 9:05. Students 7th grade will report to their first period class at 9:05. Teachers, staff, thank you for everything that you do on a daily basis. I appreciate what you do for Statesville Middle School and our kids, and I appreciate you, and I love all of you, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And remember that we are limitless. Have a great day, everybody.